welcome to yet another newsroom. Today we'll be discussing the polling that has happened in Assam, Kerala, and Puducherry. Totally 296 seats, 140 in Kerala, 126 in Assam, and 30 in Puducherry have gone to the polls. To discuss this with me, I have three of my colleagues: Arjun Raghunath from Kerala, Sumir Karmakar from Assam, and ETB Sivapriyan from Chennai. Let me go first to you, Arjun. How has been the polling in Kerala? The EC has said that it's seen a close to record 90% or above turnout. Can you give us a picture of what has happened today?
Yeah, the latest is that by 5 o'clock, it's 75%. So what we saw is that in the morning it was heavy polling across the state. Would say, I mean, across the states, it's almost a same pattern. From in the initial
Okay.
hours, the polling was quite high, and by noon it rose 50 percentage. So the
Okay.
election commission was anticipating that it will touch 90 percentage by evening, and election commission was claiming that it could be the outcome of SIR, that the voters list has
Okay.
been changed, and that could be the reason that why the voter turnout is quite high. Now it's almost 1 hour remaining, so now it's 75. So anyway, it must be crossing 85. Last year, it was 75. 2021 assembly election was 75%, 75 or 76. The highest in the recent times in Kerala was 80.5% in 1987. So that is
87.
with regard to the polling percentage, that is the situation, and all parties are obviously interpreting the high voter turnout in their favor.
All right. Okay. Let's go. Sumir, what's the scene in Assam? Assam is seeing a very has seen a very high pitched contest. What are the developments today in the state?
Yeah, turnout in Assam is also very high. At 5 p.m., it is 84.42%. So it is quite high compared to the elections in 2021. It was, I think, about 84. So
Okay.
at least 1 hour polling is left. So I think polling will be this time. It is going to be a record.
Okay.
But yes, this turnout was high since
Was
morning.
it was it was
From
it was the
7
turnout on expected? Was the turnout on expected lines that it is what has been seen in the previous years?
Yes, we can say so because if you look at the turnouts in the last 15 years, the turnouts in Assam has been high, more than 75, 80. In the 2021 elections, it was 83, 84%. So but before, say, about 15, 20 years, it was low because of the militancy problem. But since the militancy problem decreased, the turnout have gone up.
Okay, let's go to ETB Sivapriyan. Sivapriyan, today 30 seats in Puducherry have gone to the polls. What has been the overall scene over there? Has it been relatively peaceful? What have been the developments from the Union Territory?
Viju, the polling percentage has been exceedingly high this time. It's about 86% at 5 o'clock. So probably this was expected because the SIR exercise has reduced about 1.5 to 2 lakh voters in Puducherry. So that could have also lifted up the percentage. It's about 9.44 lakh electorate were eligible to vote in the Union Territory of Puducherry, which is Puducherry district, Karaikal district, Mahe and Yanam enclaves, which are very close to Andhra Pradesh and Kerala. So this is the
Okay.
scene in Puducherry. Today it's about 86% of votes polled till about 5 o'clock. And the polling has been quite largely peaceful. That has been the case in Tamil Nadu and Puducherry for the past few decades at least. So like there has been no untoward incident during the polls. And also like one of the very salient features of this poll was like there were robots called Nila. Nila, that robot was helping a lot of people. It was a lot of people were happy going and talking to the robot and so on. So, but as far as Puducherry contest is concerned, it's a triangular contest this time. the AI-NRC, that is the NR Congress led by N. Rangasamy, and the Congress DMK Alliance, and popular actor Vijay's Tamizhaga Vetti Kadagam. So these are the three major players. So Tamizhaga Vetti Kadagam, Mr. Vijay campaigned for one full day in Puducherry. So they are also likely to win some seats in Pondicherry. But it looks since the number of constituencies are less, and each constituency having about 35 to 40,000 votes. So the Congress DMK alliance has some friendly contest problem. The failed model of Bihar that the Congress has imported into Puducherry as well. So that could impact the prospects of the Congress DMK alliance. And Vijay splitting the anti-incumbency votes, or Vijay also getting a chunk of the minority votes. We'll have to wait and see how this pans out. So we'll have to wait till about May 4th to know what.
So are you saying that the friendly contest between the DMK Congress and TVK being in the poll frame might actually help the NDA?
Yeah, it could actually help the NDA, but it also remains to be seen which way TVK splits the votes. So are they going to split only the anti-incumbency votes, or are they also going to split the votes that usually go to the Congress DM alliance, which are the minorities, which are the Christian Muslim votes, and also the fishermen votes. So we'll have to wait and see which way the wind is blown this time. But Mr. Vijay campaigning in 2, 3 places in Pondicherry, that is Puducherry, will also help the party, and they've also aligned with the local party, which has been given 2 seats. So likely the contest has turned personal also this time, because Rangasamy is the chief ministerial candidate of the NDA for the second consecutive term, and Congress has fielded Mr. V. Vaidilingam, who has been chief minister twice, who has been an MP, who has been a minister, and also speaker of the assembly. So he's very down-to-earth person, much like Rangasamy. So we'll have to see whether people have voted for Vaidilingam or Rangasamy, and Vaidilingam is contesting in only one seat, that is against Mr. Rangasamy in Tatan Chavadi. Rangasamy is contesting in a second seat called Mangalam. So we'll have to see whether this is a personality fight, or the TVK is also going to make some inroads. Interestingly, Viju, before I come to
I'll come to you, Shiva, on that. Let me just go to Sumir on this one. Sumir, you've covered the state over the past couple of weeks as the campaigning was underway. What do you think are the main points on which the election is being fought?
Yeah, I just I traveled to 2 regions, so the Upper Assam and the Barak Valley. So in these 2 regions are opposite in terms of language and culture. So the narrative in these places changes. So if you look at the overall narrative of the ruling BJP and its allies in the Brahmaputra Valley, where the indigenous Assamese speaking people are in majority, here the narrative, BJP's narrative, was against anti-Muslim. Against the anti-Bangladeshi, what they call anti-infiltrators or anti-Ghuspitia narrative. So in the Brahmaputra Valley, the government led by Himanta Sarma, they targeted the Bengali-speaking Muslims through the eviction drives and pushbacks to Bangladesh. But on the other hand, in the Barak Valley, it's the opposite. There, this narrative doesn't work, because there the Bengali-speaking people are in majority. About 8% are Bengali-speaking people, both Hindus and Muslims. Hindus have, I think, 65%. Rest are Muslim, but they all are Bengali-speaking people, more than 90%. So their narrative in Brahmaputra Valley doesn't work in Barak Valley. So these are the 2 narratives. And whereas on the other side, the opposition alliance led by the Congress, their narrative is, they are playing the card of secularism and unity. And the alliance led by Gaurav Gogoi says that the people of Assam will vote this time against BJP, because BJP is playing the communal card, and they are destroying the traditional fabric of Assamese culture. He says Assamese culture has been secular. So they are saying that people will vote for BJP to restore the secular Assam. This has been the narrative, main narrative on which this election
So in
has been
Assam,
fought.
it's a predominantly a two-corner fight which is underway. It's a
Yeah,
two-corner fight between
two
the
kind of,
NDA and the
yeah,
Congress.
one, yeah, BJP and its
Oh,
allies, and between two alliances actually.
okay, fine. Arjun, over to
Eh,
you.
Yeah.
Arjun, over to you. Kerala this time is seeing a three-cornered fight. Can you give us a
Yes.
bit more information as to what are the main issues on which people would be voting today?
Yeah. Obviously, anti-incumbency is the main issue here because the LDF is in power over the last 10 years. So obviously, there's an anti-incumbency factor, and to some extent, there's an anti-Pinarayi factor is also. That is what we talk to people in some constituencies. They are, even if they are speaking good about their local MLA, some sort of anti-incumbency is affecting them to vote for the LDF. That is one feeling that we used to get. The other thing is that this BJP is trying hard in many places. In at least 7 to 10 places, they are trying hard, and which is in Nemam, where Rajiv Chandrasekhar, BJP state president, is contesting. It's quite evident that in all pockets where the BJP's strongholds as well as the minority strongholds, we could see brisk voting right from the morning. So that literally conveys the strong fight going on, strong triangular
Okay.
contest going on. So the key issues are, one is anti-incumbency and as well as anti-Pinarayi feeling on one side, and on the other side there's a consolidation of minority votes against the BJP, which is quite certain. So these are
Okay.
the main thing playing. So generally, what we feel is that the anti-incumbency may benefit the UDF as they are the main opposition still here. So
All
that
right.
is the central this thing.
And
And
uh,
I just want to add one more thing regarding the brisk voting. The climate here is too hot. So that could be also one reason why more people came for voting in the early hours.
okay, fine. I wanted to ask you. You say it's a three-corner fight in many seats. How much of a footprint is the NDA, the BJP-led NDA, having this time across the state? How many seats do you think it's giving an actual serious fight?
Serious fight, I think there are at least seven states, I would say. Even in Trivandrum
Okay.
itself, Nemam, Vatiyukkava, Kazhakoottam, Katakada, 4 5 seats in Trivandrum itself, they are trying hard because they came
Okay.
second in 9 seats in 2021 and in 11 assembly segments in the 2024 Lok Sabha election. So they have reasons to hope.
They have reasons to hope. Shiva, if I could come to you, Puducherry relatively is a very small, it's a union territory. So, what I'm asking is that does Puducherry have political equations and considerations that are way different from the Tamil Nadu in which it is nestled, or does it go overlap? How does it go? What are the main issues that the election in Puducherry has been fought on this time?
Puducherry is completely a different region, and their behavior while it comes to voting is completely different. So
Okay.
in 2016, when the people of Tamil Nadu elected the AIADMK government by defeating the DMK Congress, Puducherry people voted for the Congress. Again, in 2021, the Tamil Nadu people elected the DMK Congress, then they voted against the DMK Congress in Puducherry in 2021. So it's completely different as far as the issues are concerned in Pondicherry. The issues that are concerned in Pondicherry is that like local issues. So like urban infrastructure is not proper. The traffic jams in the Puducherry town is quite bad. So people wanted some kind of a resolution for that, and they did not get those resolutions. And also a lot of infrastructure projects like flyovers and so on were started, but they have not been completed. And corruption is another major issue in Puducherry. And also people say that there have not been enough jobs created in Puducherry. So it's majorly a tourist destination. So a lot of people depend on tourism and also on other issues. So joblessness and also urban apathy by the AINRC BJP government is one of the major
Mm.
issues in Puducherry. So, like in the beginning, I wanted to say that the TVK is also hoping against hope this time, because the TVK believes that the sentiments of 1974 would work again, because the sentiment is that when Mr. M.G. Ramachandran launched the AIADMK in 1972, Pondicherry was the first state where they formed the government, even before he could form the government in Tamil Nadu. So Vijay's party is also hoping that they might first win Puducherry and then they might come to Tamil Nadu. But things doesn't look that easy for the TVK to win in Pondicherry. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. But Pondicherry and Puducherry vote completely in different manners.
Okay. Sumir, if I could come to you, Himanta Biswa Sarma has been very vocal about his views, and throughout the campaign we have seen it. If the election were to be in the ruling dispensation's favor, what do you think is lying ahead for the state, and what would be the road ahead for the opposition in the state?
Yeah, so if, as you know, BJP is targeting for the third consecutive victory in
Yes.
Assam. So what the ruling party and particularly Himanta Biswa Sharma is saying that the kind of action he has taken, the quote unquote action, targeting the Bengali speaking Muslims, what he says is being done to protect the identity of the Assamese. That will continue, he
Mm.
said. He has been very openly saying that his drive against the Mias, which by which he refers to the Bengali speaking Muslims. So he says that
Okay.
his drive will continue in one hand. On the other hand, developmental activities like the investments. If you, as you know, the Assam industrialization has been very poor in Assam because of the long militancy problem, and this industrialization started picking up in the last 5, 6, 10 years. So, as you have seen in the last few years, some industries are coming to Assam. So, Himanta says the more industrialization will happen and more jobs will be created. Another thing is on the this direct benefits to the
Mm.
common people, particularly women. So Himanta, as you know, he has a flagship program called Orunodaya, under which 1,250 rupees is being given to 40 lakh women. So BJP in
Okay.
its manifesto has promised this amount. In the manifesto, they have promised that the amount will be increased to 3,000 rupees. On the other side, opposition camp that has also, particularly the Congress has also promised that they will also increase this cash benefit transfer amounts. They are also talking the same line, and opposition party is saying that in the name of industrialization, BJP government is handing over the land of the tribals and indigenous community to the corporate groups. So once they comes back, they will maintain a balance in inviting the industries, and while ensuring the land rights of the local people, which is a sentimental issue in Assam.
All right. Arjun, if I could
Yeah.
ask you, we did discuss this in a previous video of ours, but for our viewers, just for their benefit, I would ask this once more. What do you see would happen to both the LDF and the UDF once the results come? If the LDF were to retain power, what would happen to that front? And say similarly, what would happen with the UDF on May 4th?
Yeah. For both the UDF and the LDF, this election is very crucial, especially for the LDF, because the CPM is in power only in Kerala now. So it's
Mm.
like a matter of existence for them. And there are a lot of internal issues within the party. As you may be knowing that 4, 5 prominent leaders are contesting as rebels, CPM leaders. So
Yes.
in case there's a defeat, that issue will come out especially against leader Pinarayi Vijayan. Resentment
Mm-hmm.
will further come out. For the Congress also, it's like an matter of existence. Like for 10 years, they're out of power. Many Congress leaders as well as key coalition partners like the Indian Union Muslim League are quite this unhappy. Well, I mean, it's a matter of existence for them also. So we
Okay.
can't anticipate many of them from the Congress moving to the BJP. Some sort of developments taking place if the Congress fails to get power this time also.
All right. Shiva, if I could ask you, if the DMK or the AIDMK were not to win Puducherry, would that really matter in their electoral fortunes for the party?
It won't. It won't, Viju, because the AIDMK is contesting in only 2 seats in Puducherry out of the 30. So it's
Oh,
majorly the AINRC and the BJP.
yeah.
So the AIDMK is not in contention for power anyway. And the Congress is contesting in about 16 seats and the DMK in about 14 seats, of which it has given seat to its ally. So the DMK might make some difference. So if there is a situation where the Congress and the DMK have to form a coalition government, maybe there may be some kind of bargaining tactic by the DMK, but otherwise it doesn't have any ramifications for both the parties in Tamil Nadu.
All right. And earlier you had mentioned about how the Congress had imported this failed Bihar model over here. Could you just explain that a bit?
See, like in Bihar, they fielded, they said that it's a friendly contest. So where RJD was contesting, the Congress would field candidates. Here, what happened was the nominations ended on March 30, I believe, or earlier than that. So what happened was like the DMK and Congress could not finish their seat sharing negotiations. So like they asked all the candidates or their leaders to file nominations in all 30 seats. Then they will withdraw the seats which were allotted to the other alliance partners. So that way the DMK withdrew from the seats that were allotted to the Congress. But some of the Congress leaders refused to withdraw their nominations, leading to friendly fight. So this could actually affect the DMK Congress, but we'll have to wait and see till May 4th. Sorry.
All right. My final question to Sumir. Sumir, could you tell me what the election results would mean for Himanta and Gaurav Gogoi?
Yes. So this election is very important for both the leaders. In the ruling side, Himanta Biswa Sarma, remember this is for the first time the BJP is contesting the assembly election under Himanta Biswa Sarma as the chief minister. In the last election, it was Sarbananda Sonowal who was the chief minister. So this is in 2021, the BJP replaced Sarbananda Sonowal with Himanta Biswa Sarma. So this time Himanta is the chief minister and the party is indirectly projecting him as the next chief minister also. So this time is important for him, for his leadership and the political strategy he has adopted. At the same time, on the other side, it is important for Gaurav Gogoi also because Gaurav Gogoi is contesting the assembly elections for the first time in Assam. He has been elected to the Lok Sabha thrice from Upper Assam, and this is for the first time he's contesting the assembly elections. And this is also for the first time that two regional parties, although they are small, regional parties called Raijo Dal, which is headed by the MLA Akhil Gogoi, and another party, Assam Jatiya Parishad, they have come together with the Congress. In the last election, they had contested separately, but this time they have come because of Gaurav Gogoi, what they are openly saying, because they have joined because of Gaurav. They are saying Gaurav has a good leadership quality and he's accepted by the people of Assam. So a victory or a defeat. I mean, the victory is important for Gaurav and the strategy he has adopted this time.
Anyway, it's important. Every election is important for every party that is actually contesting it. But interestingly, in Kerala and Assam, it would be all the more interesting to see whether the Congress will make it back after a decade. In Puducherry, it's important to see whether Vijay can actually repeat what MGR did almost 3 to 4 decades back. All these developments and more will be covered in Deccan Herald. And while the votes will be out, or while the counting happens on May 4th, we will be there with our coverage. Until then, you can follow all the stories that we have on our website and the videos on our YouTube channel. Until then, thank you.